Hello, this is Adam, and today we're going to have a tech tip in regard to Java, Blackboard, or even browsers in general. So the particular issue that we're working with today is that you'll get into a test within your Blackboard testing environment, and then you're going to get some Java errors. It's not going to allow you to take the test or see some of these equations that are happening. It's due to some security changes that are happening with Java. There's a lot of attacks happening through the Java applets. And so this is a way to get around some of those and make sure that you're able to take your tests. So one of the first things that we like to just let everyone know is that this has been fixed in Blackboard, but some of the older tests that were created with this MathML feature are affected. So if you have some older tests that are being copied forward, this is where you're going to continue seeing the issue. If you go into the MathML editor and redo some of those questions, it will fix those particular issues, and you won't have to do this workaround we're doing now. But in the case that you do have the workaround, let me show you how you do it now. And let me first start by showing what happens. So we have an exam in Blackboard. We're going to go try to take this exam, and right when I hit begin here, you're going to notice that we get some issues. First off, you'll notice that I'm here in Firefox, by the way. At the top, it's asking, do you want to allow Java to run? And right here, I get this gray box. It's not allowing me to run this little applet. So I'll go ahead and hit allow. And for now, I'm just going to hit allow for now. You would think that that would help the situation, maybe make this work. It starts to try to do that. But then you get this pop-up, application blocked by Java security. And it gives you some information as what you can do. So right off the bat, you can't just hit allow and make Java work. So there's one thing that I would suggest. I'd go up to the URL up here, and I would capture this. You'd want to highlight everything up until right after that .edu. So I'm going to copy this information, and this would work for other things other than just Blackboard. But in this case today, we're trying to fix the test. So I'm going to go ahead and right-click, and I'm going to copy that. So I have this piece of the URL copied, and I'm going to go ahead and close my browser because I'm going to want to refresh my browser after this process is done to make this work. So we see that we cannot get Java working. We have this error, and it's not going to happen. So one thing that I would let you know is that you have to have administrator privileges to do this next step. So if you do not have administrator privileges on your information or on your computer here, you'll have to get this information over to your network administrator to help get this accomplished. So I'll go ahead and go to the start button. I'm going to go to the control panel. Once you get into the control panel, we're going to go to the Java area. Just as a quick side note, if you get into the control panel, you're seeing this view. You just go up to this view by, go to small icons, and you want to open your Java. So once you get into your Java, give it a second to load here, you're going to get a window that looks like this. Really, the first thing you should always do is verify that you're at the most updated version of Java. You can go to this about, check it out right here. You could always just go to java.com. If you click that, you're going to get into java.com, verify that your version is the latest version of Java. That's something that you should always do anyhow. So let's just go check this out. If I go to my downloads and see what it is, version 891. And looking back over here, I am at version 891. So I am the most updated version of Java. But to fix this issue that we're having, I am going to go to the security area here. And what I'm going to do is we had copied that URL. I want to add it to this exception list so it accepts it and says, okay, I'm going to allow you to run some Java applets here. So if I click the edit site, I'm going to get this window. I'm going to hit add. Now, it won't allow me to right click and paste, so I can just do that on the keyboard by holding down Control and hitting V. It's going to put in that URL that we had before. I'll go ahead and hit add, and then I'll hit OK. So now it has added that URL to the exception list. You could add other URLs that you are trusting to allow running these Java applets. Now I'll go ahead and hit OK. I'm done with Java at this point. So I'm going to close out of that information, and now I'm just going to go ahead and run my browser again. We're going to get into Blackboard, and let's see what it looks like when we try to run that exact exam again. So I am going to go right back into Blackboard, put that URL in there, log in. And let's go and try this exam again. So it's going to look very similar to what we did the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. And so we're still getting the issue with the gray box. I am going to go ahead and hit allow. This time I'm just going to hit allow and remember, so it knows to remember this. Now we're going to get a different pop-up that comes up. It's not going to be a complete fail at this point. It's asking, do you want to run this application? So it is giving you one last message, but now we can actually run it. So I will accept this risk and I will run it because I put them on an exception list. And now when you hit run, it will load Java for you. And then you can continue on with your test as per scheduled. So that is one thing that you can do to work around and get those older math ML equations to show in your Java test. Everything else from this point forward will allow Java to happen. Hopefully you found this helpful. Have a good one. Peace.